Hello everybody, now this is just going to be a video on a kind of revisiting an old build of mine, which is the Monolith build. Now this was sort of almost like a kind of a sky base sort of kind of thing where the aim is to suspend husks mid-air. Now the original concept was that you could despawn them at the top, but we'd revisited it in this game and it was quite a funny one because we've kept them sort of like trapped up the top by trying to like get close to them and interfere with them. But yeah, this was just a game with Lockstock, so if you don't already know him, go visit him over on his Twitch channel, and I'll put a link to his in the description. So this was a game which we were playing, and I just went and built this old base and wanted to try if it still works. So yeah. So this is basically just going to be just a little video which just shows exactly what we were doing in that game, and just showing how I just sort of done it when I was just sort of testing this old kind of weird build out again, seeing how it worked with the new changes. And it actually worked quite funny. So the damage at the beginning was only because we had some tiny little sort of hustle. We had a group of us that kind of bashed their way through right at the beginning, but none managed to make their way through afterwards. So terribly sorry it wasn't like 100% on that for the health. But as you'll see in this, they only got through right at the beginning, and then that was it. So yeah, this will just be just showing it. I'll leave the whole thing up so you can actually watch it and building. So when we actually come to build a monolith, the main structure of this is basically going to be a central kind of tower which is 4 high, in which what we're going to be aiming to do with this is we're just trapping the husks up in this tower which is 4 high. So, and then we cap it off with a floor piece, which is where we'll be suspending the husks on. So these double helix sort of like stairs allow you to very easily place all these structures actually around this kind of base if you're not a ninja. So if you're a ninja with like triple jump, then this is going to be easy peasy. However, it came in quite funny that I was going to try and do something with this because it allows you to easily get up and round the build if you're a constructor, and that was it. It was really trying to see whether it was able to be done whilst using a constructor. So it's a lot different to the way that I previously used to design this. Yeah, sorry for the lag, it is quite bad. I have to play a bit like this all the time. So once we've kind of got this tower going the whole way, wow, okay. Once we've got this tower going the whole way around, what the aim is now going to be is that it's mostly just going to be kind of waiting till the end, and then we're going to be putting the cap, but we're going to finish off placing all the rest of these structures up in the sky, since we're going to need a way to actually knock them on the top. However, do make sure when you're doing this tower that it is all tiered up to kind of the same level. It can be kind of less up the top, but I have had a few instances where they've managed to drop down onto those actual differences in the walls. The little ones may sometimes fall onto it. So I definitely recommend, if you have the mats, to actually tier up everything. If you really haven't got the mats, then you might be fine just taking the risk and not tiering it up. I'd also avoid editing sort of doors into the sides of any of the floating walls, because they can also want to jump onto those. It's incredibly rare, like incredibly rare, but just to avoid the rare scenarios, don't do it. Just make them flat walls, and try and make them all the same material. It's like just make them the same thickness. And then we're just gonna, once that's all been tiered up and we've got this giant sort of grand stature of a tower in the middle, we're just going to be building the top. See if this will so there we go, we have our tower. Now what we're going to need to do next is we're actually going to need to build the ramps sort of up the top to be able to actually fling them onto the platform. So what we're going to do is just trying to build structures around. You can do it different ways. You can connect it far out and then not have the stairs, or we keep the stairs and it's just allowing us to attach it to stuff. So we're going to be building off the side just now. So to do this, I'm just going to build off the side of the stairs and then jump up and build sort of structures going the whole way around that we can then build off. Yes, I was kind of half debating about how I wanted to do it that game, since I was doing a slightly different design. Yep. And then we're gonna be covering the gap in between, so we left a one square gap in between all the way around, and that's where we're going to be putting the pyramids, and the pyramids are going to be pointing up so that we can knock them on top of the platform, which is what we'll place once the balloon drops. And it will just look like a pyramid pointing up into the orange section. Or if you're colourblind, then I don't know what colour it will be, but that the balloon bit you can't build in. Now I'm just tearing this up as well. You don't really have to try and tear it up as much, maybe just tier 2 would be good in case you do get anything random come up there. But for this instance we'll just tear it up. Something you also want to do is try and connect it to sort of other structures, so that if the stairs do get taken out, which originally I wouldn't use the stairs in this build, it was just so I can get up real easy when I'm using a constructor, is that you can connect it out to the far ends of the land. So you build out kind of far away, or to an area where spawns aren't going to be, or connect it to a building or something in a way that doesn't allow them to then path up as well. Otherwise you can always do it so they can path up and then the assassins will run up. It depends whether you'd be able to deal with them doing so. Because you can always do it that way and then have them decoyed into the top. So yeah, this was me just literally thinking what I wanted to do right now. So once the structure's at the top been built, we're just going to be building ramps down and connecting it to the land. Now once it's connected to land, we want to make sure that they aren't just going to be pathing up. So we're just going to build it in a way that they're not going to be pathing up, but we're still going to be able to jump up ourselves. Well, if I didn't have so much lag, yep. And that's going to allow us to get up. Now we're just going to build this each side just to allow it to connect to somewhere. Don't build it where a spawn's going to be or anything and get it blown up, or anywhere where it's just going to break. But yeah, just connect it down to a nice sort of area of land. Now you're trying to avoid a position where the husks will be able to path up to be able to actually come get you. So somewhere like that, they'll be able to just run straight up. So I'd kind of avoid having it exactly like that. And then just make sure it's just connected so that, well, it's can mean that if stuff gets torn down, then this will still be floating. And that's just to support the above structure. Now if you're going to be doing this, you can do it without the stairs around, so you can actually take the stairs down, but for this instance we're just leaving them in. Once the build has been built and we've got the giant sort of the pyramid on the top, we are going to be placing these floor structures around the whole site. Now this is where it got a bit iffy because they came and invaded and I wasn't able to get stuff built exactly how I was needing it and get prepared in time. So yeah, they'd all kind of got in. But what we're going to be placing anyway is 5x impact floor launchers. Now the 5x impact floor launchers are going to be able to have enough impact on them to knock them right up onto that platform. You can sometimes get away with 4, but I wouldn't really recommend using 4 in all honesty. It will be much more likely to get them up there with the 5. However, you can do it with the 4. They can still get up there. You just might end up with the odd one falling off, such as like either one of the fatties. It used to be smashers would fall off, but obviously smashers, obviously they don't go up there anymore, so now you don't have to care about doing anything for them. So it is possible to get away with 4x impact as well, if you want the extra reload. Now once you get this kind of all built, You just need to make sure you put your base in a position where it's not going to interfere with them being able to jump down anywhere. I'm just putting it just to the side there, maybe not the best place for now. Might try and figure out a different place where I want to put it, but it's just so it stays connected to all the bottom structures. Now this is where it just got really bad, because I'm just kept going down and we're not able to get all the structures properly built. But going up the top, now we're going to get a look and you can see what this actually looks like once they get knocked up. So once they get knocked up to the top, they're going to be on this platform. Now this was a platform that we're just kind of keeping them on for this instance, but you can also use it with the plain version and you'll be also trying to despawn them, so they can also despawn on this. But we're trying to just interfere with them, trying to keep them from doing so. I think the double helix stairs can also help too as well. So yeah, this is the main part of the build, and that's it really. This is after that initial bit where we didn't manage to get the thing built because of the stupid ones that are invading. That's it, and we just kind of just left it to run now. So yeah, just going to be watching it in action. And yes, I have to play with lag like this a lot of the time. So I'm terribly sorry that the footage just looks like this. I'll try not to use any of the footage when I get runs like this. So yeah, that's it really. Getting chucked up the top, and yep, they're kind of jailed with nothing up the top. So it's pretty fun build. It's more along, these were more of the stupid builds kind of thing. Just insanity sort of level stuff that you can do to really have fun with your teammates. And just confuse the heck out of people. So I was also thinking of putting something up here, like just to play around with it, just putting like freeze traps on the floor or something just to freeze them in place, which is quite funny. Yeah, that's kind of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was just showing off one of the games that we had. This was like a week or week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And this was just showing off one of the fun games we had. just in case anybody wanted to look back on it. Yeah, and this was the Monolith build, so this is just revisiting an old build. If you wanted to look at it, I'll put the link to that old Monolith build in the description so you can look at the original build if you want to look at the original build for this. So it's quite a long video though. That's it, we're good. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone, and also yeah, I'll see you around whenever. So hopefully I'll be able to get out some more stuff. Bye! And again, thanks to Lockstock as well, and AO. So yeah, bye.